Welcome to the Valentine's Day edition of the Nightly Nuge.
Ted, what's happened? That's my line. What are we doing today?
I'll tell you, priorities. Obviously, life is worthless without the women, and we have to celebrate. I don't know about you guys. Every day is Valentine's Day. Every day. Just bring flowers randomly.
Yes, that is true. Well, obviously, Ted, I have with me, and I know you and Shemane know her, but Jeanne, Mark, who we've been married 37 years. And I know exactly everyone that's out there listening right now that know us. They're wondering how in the world did I put up with her that long? But Jeanne, Mark.
I think the biggest question is why hasn't Shemane stabbed me in my sleep yet? Because we're celebrating 34 years this year. Yeah. And she tolerates the Gonzo Motor City dirtbag madman flame throwing of Reverend Theodosius Atrocious. So, honey, happy Valentine's Day every day.
That is awesome. You know what, Ted? I think that maybe what you and I ought to do is, which we rarely do, is we should just kind of move to the side because, there's so many things going on in the world today. You and I talk about it all the time on the Nightly Nuge. The most overlooked is the nuclear family. That's one of the things that you were opposed to Black Lives Matter from day one is because they opposed the nuclear family. And I'd just be curious to hear what Jeanne and Shemane, starting with Shemane, think about the importance of family and sticking through tough times and raising kids together and faith and all that in relationships.
Well, I do believe that this is a spiritual war. And the first thing that they go after is the nuclear family. And they try to get men out of the picture. And in the 70s, we had the women's lib movement. And it's really been indoctrination all along. We have the Me Too movement. And unfortunately, we're seeing now in entertainment so many different unbelievable, undeniable, satanic
celebrations.
Yeah, it's from Sam Smith to Rihanna to all these other things. It's hard to deny that what they're doing. And thank goodness there are people like you and Jeanne, Keith, and Ted and I and other couples who stick it out via the storm. It's not easy. Marriage isn't easy, but they are coming after the family unit. And if we can stick together, and I do believe, I'm gonna weave this around to hunting. I do believe that a family that hunts together, or at least acknowledges one partner in the family doing it, not everybody has to, not everybody who needs to or wants to, I do believe that helps keep people grounded more. When we know where our sustenance comes from and we're not, buying it from the grocery store, fed up with chemicals and steroids. So a hunting lifestyle is a good lifestyle, hunting, fishing, trapping, and having an outdoor lifestyle, I believe, and not allowing the satanic left and even, in media, unfortunately, not allowing them to overrule this sacred family unit.
There's a historical colloquialism, I take my kids hunting so I don't have to hunt for my kids.
Yep.
It shows the solidity and the empowerment, the fortification, the spiritual bond with a family unit that works together to sustain ourselves. And it really, a lot of people go, well, you're promoting hunting again. You're damn right I am, because you find the families around these campfires. And Jeanne, you've watched Keith and your sons celebrate the great outdoor lifestyle. But like Shemane said, not everybody has to participate. But Jeanne, you've been the rock. You've been the rock to keep Keith from going completely over the top. Tell us where that magic comes from.
Where it comes from, excuse me, you have to bend in a relationship. I like to say I'm so flexible, I could be a gymnast, but and it's having meals together, being interested in your kids' activities, going to church together.
Yep. One of the things, Ted, is I was going to throw this out to her, and not because that I just want to point out that, by the way, my Kansas City Chiefs, and we can all do the tomahawk chop in honor of our Kansas City Chiefs, they won the Super Bowl, and our producer, Tim Lamar, is sitting here wearing a Pat Mahomes jersey as we film today. But, Jeanne, we do so much stuff as a family. You guys tag along on my hunting adventure sometimes. Sometimes it's concerts. And the whole family went to the Super Bowl, how important it is that you do things, even if it's not like your favorite thing together.
Right. It's just having fun together, enjoying each other's company, putting your phones down,
Right.
being a family unit. It's important.
So what about you, Shemane?
It's a happy Valentine's Day, and I sent chocolate-covered strawberries to my daughters and certainly to Shemane. But again, I'm going to repeat what I said a minute ago. Nothing is more important. And I have a funny feeling, Keith, you figured that was a long time ago if you've been married for 39 years, is it?
37.
37. Well, I have dreams. All you guys out there, don't wait for Valentine's Day. If you're at the hardware store, make an extra trip to the florist and just bring your loved one a bouquet of flowers here, there, for no reason at all. But Valentine's Day, you can make it happen every day if you really use your head. And
you know what, Ted? The same goes for the wives. They can have those special wake-up calls other days of the year other than birthdays and Valentine's. I mean, I mean, that's what makes marriage work, right? But Shemane, I was going to ask you, I mean, obviously you married Ted, and he's telling Jeannie she's dealing with a crazy man. I've read Married to a Rock Star, so I know what crazy man really is, which, by the way, I mean, you both are New York Times bestsellers, which is just awesome, individually and collectively, because of your cookbooks together. But when you married Ted, you weren't a hunter, but he was a crazy man. Ted, when you married her, she was like an angel, and some way, somehow, how did it work, Shemane? How did you make it work?
Shemane, how did you make it work?
You know, it is what, like Jeannie was saying, it's carving out time to be together. And I wasn't raised in a hunting family, so I didn't understand it. And I remember the first year, after the first couple of months we were married, we went to Africa for a month. And you get to learn a lot about people when you do shut off the cell phones and you shut off things. And we don't have the conveniences in Africa that we do here. And it just makes things a lot different. And we have choices that we can make. I know he doesn't like to do a lot of the things that I do, but he still allows me to do them, like going skiing. So we have our own separate interests, and then we have interests that bring us together. And I think that's really important as a family. And
if I may give her another gold star, and I suppose more chocolate-covered strawberries, she has embraced conservation, resource stewardship, understanding that clean air, soil, and water is the essence of quality of life, and it comes from the hunting lifestyle, balancing the herds. And my queen of the forest on a happy Valentine's Day is the most dangerous woman in the world with a bow and arrow. She has not only joined me and allowed me to pursue my gonzo hunting lifestyle, she has now embraced and participates in the gonzo. And the most important reason that Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild is such a successful TV show now on Pursuit Network after 33 years of Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild is because of Shemane's Queen of the Forest segments. She has empowered women to realize that the animal rights scam is a vicious lie against nature, against our food system, against organic resource stewardship and air, soil, water, real environmentalism. So Shemane, as the Queen of the Forest celebrator and promoter, has really awakened many females around the world to realize that it's not a man thing, that supporting your family and providing for your family is a family endeavor. And she really has made a huge difference. And I love you even more because of that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you guys are working on a brand new cookbook, and I would encourage everyone that when you thumb through those pages, I know Jeannie Marks submitted a moose roast recipe that, Ted, if ever I'm on death row, and that is always a distinct possibility with the way the country's going, that my death row last meal would be moose roast, and Jeannie is going to share that recipe with all of your readers, because I'm telling you, it is to die for. Jeannie, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to all of you.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And remember, extend it throughout the year. It will prove to be very rewarding.